Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
Hurry!
On second down, here's Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Third down here.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
We're walking. We're all walking.
They go play action here on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go. Zero. Tiger.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now on first down, Drake again. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, 20.
Let go. Four down. Jump.
No.
I got motion.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. It's caught outright, Amendola. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On first down, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Let's go. Hurry.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle. And they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's something this coaching staff told us they want to see a lot more of this season.
I imagine the entire time in the offseason when these guys were taking breaks from watching film, when they were out running and doing all the other things, all they were thinking about is, how do we create more sacks? They loved what they just saw there.
Because they were near the bottom of the league in 2017. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Onto the field now come the Bears. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Trubisky will throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. This is Howard on second down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go, let's go.
Hurry!
On first, they go right back to Howard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, hey, hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Move.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up first and 10 at their own 11.
Tag. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Watch 30.
Ladies!
Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Tannehill now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Go.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
Gotta go, gotta go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. We're on the ball.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And now he'll tuck, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now here come the Dolphins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Amendola catching it left side. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Target. Hey, wait. 20. Really hot.
Tannehill on first down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 20. We're 30.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Tannehill now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, I got number 80.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. So we reach halftime with him. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He drops it off for Bernard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. Flush to his right. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities.
And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. Drake off the give from Tannehill. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Tiger. Let's go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Deep. Play.
On 1st down, Tannehill going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Leopard!
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Leopard!
Here's the first throw now for Chase Daniel. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Leopard!
Now Daniel on 1st down. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back now in Miami. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Daniel now on 2nd down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Throwing again is Daniel. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I
think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Leopard! Leopard!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Leopard! Leopard!
On second down, here's Daniel. And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Daniel. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On 1st and 10, Daniel. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let's go. 30.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Off play action, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Daniel. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And he's got it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 20. Go.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey, 20.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Daniel. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Daniel now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Daniel. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Daniel again. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A first down throw for Daniel. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Daniel throwing again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Once again, Daniel. That is caught by Cohen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
checking in on Houston. It's in the fourth quarter there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
First throw in overtime for Tannehill. That is incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and now it's third down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. This third down just got even more difficult. Third down at 15 after the false start. Third and long, it's Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. A give to Howard. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Daniel with his first throw at OT. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Daniel. And he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he's able to get it out of there. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Play. Go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Tiger, let's go. Radio.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 20.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's the first carry for Drake Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Daniel now on 2nd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 2nd down, here's Daniel. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Finding Gabriel, complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And Parkey not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left. Well, we had 2 ties last season in 2016, and now we've got another here.
They're part of the game, but I can sound philosophical here and say, well, what can you do?